Ella me da
La mamá de 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 la mamá.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Sport Core Report. After our first week of playoffs, I'm Johnny Bessaker.
I'm Toby Prawn.
And you can't forget we're presented by Pancake Farm.
Pancake Farm.
What a great weekend we just had. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, booked all those days. And so we'll just head right into it. We had the Huskies versus the Woodpeckers. Very entertaining game. A lot of the sales players both ways. And the Huskies take it away 79-74. Timmy Edwards, 37 points, shot 55% on 33 shots. Was just brutal to the Huskies, or to the Woodpeckers. And then Eli doing his thing. Kai had 12 rebounds. Jordan Tyson proving why he's depoy. And Justin Baker, Parker, and Kurt both had great minutes as well. But we're going to crown a new champion this year.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a big advocate. Everybody knows. I'm not afraid to say I've been a big advocate of the Woodpeckers. They're champions for a reason. You have to respect them. This game came as an absolute surprise for me. I will say I do feel bad for the Woodpeckers because they played the Huskies twice, and the Huskies were fully healthy for both of those games. When every other game they were without Timmy or without Eli or without Kai or whatever. Yeah. So I do feel bad about that. But hey, it's the playoffs. You have to expect everybody to be there. I love the back and forth. We'll get into a lot about that. It seemed like each game there's two people going back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
This was Eli and Devin.
Yeah.
I know I said don't mess with a pissed off Devin, but Eli just laughed in his face and just won. Just kept on winning. So good, big ups for the Huskies, expansion team, first season in the league. You take down the champions.
Yeah.
I mean, that's spectacular.
That's tough.
But yeah, and they have a great squad. I mean, they have my depoy, defensive player of the year, Jordan Tyson, Timmy, who leads the league in scoring for the regular season. They have a very great squad. So surprised, I don't know if that's the right word, I should say. I'm more so shocked and disappointed on the Woodpecker side of things.
Yeah, definitely. But, heck of a season. Tip our cap to them.
Yeah.
They battled pretty well throughout the season. Shout out Devin.
Shout out Devin.
Next game was our team, Titans, man. Played the Gremlins and we got the dub. Heck of a game. Props to all the teammates. I don't have to go down the list. Y'all know I love you. We went to Hibachi yesterday.
Hey.
Got some good team bonding in.
Nice.
But yeah, great win. Just really stuck through it, even though they started to make a comeback there at the end. But awesome job, guys.
Titans are rolling right now. They are rolling. I mean, Ant-Man is playing grown man basketball. Johnny's is finally producing to the player that I know he can be. Rob is playing great as point. Bam's providing great minutes. Trevor, the Saint Clair, is playing so great down in the paint, being a good big man. And like you said, Noah, you mentioned it before, he's leading in playoffs in blocks. I think he was a little slighted that I didn't vote him high up in my most improved player, but respectfully, stat-wise, you did get worse.
Again, Gremlins, y'all are a great squad.
Yeah.
Really proud of the way you guys battled this year, especially after going 0-8 last year. Now, another great game. Cherry Pickers versus Tropics. Cherry Pickers, Devon is showing. I talked to Ant yesterday. You know what he told me? He said, yeah, he's back. Devon is back. He had 28, made it look effortless. Shot 65%, which is just insane. The other guys on the squad, John had one of the best dunks I've ever seen in person. That no joke, not even kidding. Kevin played great. KJ Brownlee, great. Matt McCleary, Belly Fam, Michael Hester, Curtis, KJ. They're deep, man. They're really, really deep, and I think they can make a great run throughout the playoffs. Shout out Brad, though. You guys, your squad, you really played well. Brad and Ty, man, you guys are so entertaining. And, Ronnie, three-point beast. Led the league in three-point percentage. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Good. And then our last game. This game I think was the most anticipated for everybody. I would say the Bullies and 8 Balls. 8 Balls pulled it out 56-49. Bullies again. I think you guys really showed this year that you don't always implode. There was a stepping stone for them, that they were mature.
Yeah, I mean, it was the lowest scoring game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Again, I was super amped up about this game. because I just love watching Markel just ball on the court. Couple things I will say: 8 Balls did it without defensive player of the year candidate Luke Pearson and as well as Calvin Titus, but yet still proved that they still had a full bench. And it just 8 Balls, man. Like Danny Baumberger, such a great player, such a good, like, perfect piece next to Ross. All credit to the 8 Balls.
Their defense, man.
Their defense was great. They were, even all season long, they didn't really have Ross for the first couple of weeks. They come back, they storm, they completely take the league all over. Now they got more shirts on the merch site if you want to buy that.
Please check it out. Shout out Mark for those shirts.
But they got more shirts within the basketball site more than any other team, so that should tell you something about how exciting they are. Throw the floors up. 8 Balls, they're a legit team, 100%. And whether you didn't think that or not, you should think it now. They're such a great team.
Definitely. All right, everybody. Running into the people's favorite, Prime takeaways. We're letting them go right now.
Here we go. I don't have any bullet points. Instead, I'm going to tell everybody, from All-Star and what the awards were, because that's what everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
And so we'll start with All-Star. 3-point contest goes to yours truly, Johnny Bessica. Dunk contest, Elijah Terry, which came as a shock to me. I thought John would have won that, but Elijah Terry, good stuff. Skills was, I guess, a tie between Aaliyah and Jathan.
No, it was a duo. Oh,
it was a duo.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you're not there. This is why you gotta go to All-Star break and don't be like me, who had other obligations, which should not be the case. But Aaliyah and Jathan, the duo group, they get the job done for the skills competition. Underhand goes to KJ Myers.
Fresh is best.
Fresh is best. Shout out Kegel's Produce. And one-on-one went to the Hoodie Kel man himself, Markel Wansley, which no surprise to myself at all. But this is the real takeaway that everybody really wants to know: the final season awards. I'll start off with MVP, Markel Wansley. Great season. Defensive Player of the Year, Jordan Chicken Nugget Tyson. Tyson Chicken Nuggets, Jordan Tyson. Congratulations. Rookie of the Year, your teammate, Ant-Man, Anthony Pinker.
Let's go, baby.
Anthony.
Let's go.
Nice. Good for you. Most improved player, Jack Angle. No surprise. His stats were the only ones that actually got better. He almost shot 50, 40, 92, which was absurd. So, Congratulations to you, Jack Angle. The Greenhorn player, Liam Bessiker. Let's go, your brother. Let's go, Liam. Back to back. And Captain of the Year, Tony Cruz, number 1 seed Gremlins, going from defeated to the best team in the league. Tony Cruz, definitely well deserved, even though I voted you second.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Sport Court Report presented by Pancake Farm. To my left is Devon Pinkard, a champion now. To my right is Liam Bessiker, and to the far right, everybody knows Toby Prime. So we're just gonna head into the games this weekend. So first, I played the 8 Balls, the Titans. We took the L. Pretty rough, but great game nonetheless. They're a great squad. That's really my thoughts on it. We'll go from the right to the left. So Toby.
I would have been interesting to see a lot of controversy, I guess. We played at Catholic, which was awesome. So shout out to Lancaster Catholic for hosting. It was hot as balls in there. It was like a sauna, I think, for all the players. So I know a lot of people will be like, well, what if we played on a sport court with injury there, blah, blah, blah. I do think the better team won out of this game, with all due respect to you, Johnny. The Cinderella run had to die, but I was rooting for it. Anyways, though, I mean, 8 Balls, I really got to give credit to Aaliyah, who showed up in that second half. I believe he only had 6 at halftime, and he finished with 24. Better team won, and it was great to be at Lancaster Catholic for that game. And that's all I got to say about that.
I mean, personally, I think the 8 Balls have a deep bench. They got a lot of solid players, but I would have liked to see the Titans come out on top. I think Johnny caught fire a little bit during that game, but towards the end, when they needed shooters, he didn't have the ball. And, there is one shooter in the Pinker family, and He's sitting at the table with us. So that's my take on that.
All right, Devon.
Yeah, I thought the 8 Balls were the better team. I thought throughout the course of the season they showed that. The Titans had a great run to end the season, but I thought the big three for the Titans didn't show up, at least consistently throughout that game. Rob shot 25% from the floor, finished with 11. I don't know his numbers for the end of the season, but I think if he scores 20, you guys have a better chance of winning. And my brother, like Liam mentioned, 0 for 6 from 3, 37% from the floor, just isn't going to cut it for the Titans. So 8 Balls, well-deserved win.
Yeah, I will say, I want to say Ant was a very consistent three-point shooter throughout the season. I think he just had a rough night at Catholic. And, different environment. We're in front of a lot of people. I think it was 2-2 by 15 minutes left to go in the game. I think there was some nerves going around, and we just couldn't hit stride consistently, the three of us. But I will say 8 Balls, their defense really showed out all throughout the year. Again, our game was very low scoring, 20-minute stop clock halves, and we scored 77 points, which is not a lot. But yeah, again, great squad, and very proud of our team. I think we showed a lot towards the end of the year. Going in the next game, we had the man sitting to my left here who dominated this game. We had the Cherry Pickers beat the Huskies, and there was some controversy going in this game. Are we going to play Sunday? Are we going to play Friday? Turns out they had all their players come Saturday, and Cherry Pickers still got it done. We'll start with Devon. What you got to say about this game?
I'm glad that they had everybody there.
I agree.
So we weren't looking forward to playing a shorthanded Huskies team. So we are glad everybody was there. We're glad that the game was competitive. Unfortunately, we couldn't move the game. We had some obligations with some players, things like that. But yeah, I thought the second half we did a great job on the defensive end, even though they scored 90 points. I thought first half Timmy had his way. He had 21 points in the first half. Second half he ends up with, I think it was only 11 or 12 points, which is really good. And then yeah, man, like down the stretch, I think humbly I made some plays, man.
You did.
With a minute or so left. Kind of iced the game for us. But yeah, we were glad to get that done, especially with, like you mentioned, the controversy and with the confusion with when we play. I know we had a little bit of extra motivation going into that game. We wanted that one bad, so we're glad that we got that.
I will say I don't know. There was a lot of motivation already prior to the game, and I noticed after one of Devon's first shots, Kurt said something to you, and I don't think that was a good play because that's if Devon needs any extra motivation. And again, he made 7 threes that game, so that kind of speaks for itself. But all applause to the Huskies. They're a great squad. They had the Defense Player of the Year, a potential MVP, and a great point guard in Eli. And
can I say something too?
Yeah.
The Defensive Player of the Year also scored 15 points.
Yes, he did.
He had a great game on the offensive end, which I will say surprised us a little bit. And then the Parker.
Parker Wolf.
I was going to say, I want you to shout out to
Parker
Parker.
Wolf. Yeah. Made some winning plays late in that game, and I think he took a charge. He hit a couple threes. Was after some loose balls. So that was a total team effort on their end. They gave us all we could handle.
Yeah, I agree. Liam?
I got a couple things to say. First, Timmy Edwards surprised me this year. I think when I first came down week 1 on the sport court, I saw him warming up dunking, and I'm thinking to myself, since when could Kurt dunk? And then as I got closer, I realized, oh, that's not Kurt. I have no clue who that is. But he surprised me. He was a dog, fitting for the team he's on. But other than that, I'd like to touch on Andy Santiago heating up a bit. Step back 3 in the team leader's face. I don't know if that riled him up a little bit, but it was an exciting game. My favorite part was the music timeout where Kurt, filled his role, wiped off the court. He was cheering from the bench. I love to see him and Belly Fam get into it a little bit, but came out on top of that one.
He started out hot.
Yeah. Oh man, he's got a bag. He's deep in his bag like the fries at the bottom. But it was an exciting game. The team I wanted to come out on top did. Shout out Kegel's Produce.
there's a lot that's already been said. I only want to say shout out Parker. I mean, when the Huskies looked like they were dead, Parker came back and just did the dirty work. Did the dirty work. Shout out Little Dicky. And another thing, y'all held Eli. Y'all held he's a great offensive player. He's very flashy, but 7 for 24 from the field and only 16 points. And I felt like John, and KJ were like, yo, Devon, you go get buckets and we'll stop, at least one of their guards, because the hot pop, as your dad loves to call it, it's almost unguardable.
It is.
You almost kind of gotta let Timmy get his points and then limit everybody else. But overall, this was a very great game. Probably the most competitive of the playoffs of the two newbies. And Cherry Pickers come out on top.
Yeah. Then we head into the next day, Championship Sunday. Here at the Sport Court, we're on here for this special occasion. Finally, the first one in 3 years we had here. We had Cherry Pickers 8 balls. Cherry Pickers come out on top. Toby, I'll let you start out.
Yeah, I mean, these are probably the two deepest teams in the league, but I think the Cherry Pickers were just a tad notch more skilled as far as what it goes to that. I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players scoring double digits.
Yeah.
And also, shout out Curtis Cannon. I know he didn't get a lot of playing time in that Huskies game, but when he was on the court for the Cherry Pickers, he showed out, so I want to give a shout out to him. I owe a lot of people Belly Fam t-shirts as well, which I'll get to that as well. I think one of the biggest things that needs to be said, and I think anybody else is going to say it at this table, would have been interesting to see Danny and Luke Pearson play. Definitely would have been a way different ball game. But sometimes that's just the card you're dealt, the hands that you're dealt with, and Cherry Pickers did their job. And unfortunately, Mike Myers didn't win his ring 3 straight years in the championship, couldn't get it done.
Ouch.
But Kevin, on the other side, was on that, and he got a ring.
Someone was going to leave unhappy, but someone left very happy.
Hey, and I give shout out to Mike. Mike stayed for the whole celebration and afterwards.
Yes.
It takes a lot.
Sport.
Yeah, he was out. He was in the corner for a while. That very sad Marvin's Room-esque, but he stayed. So, but congrats to the Cherry Pickers. They were my pick, even though I didn't fill out a bracket. But I thought they were going to win it all, and it's good to see a newbie win it. So shout out to you, Devon.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Appreciate it.
I was excited to see the old married couple go at it this week, Mark and Matt McCleary, and boy did they get into it. I think Matt walked away with a couple battle scars, but he also walked out of there with the victory. But, it was a bit of a blowout. I would have liked to see a game come down to the wire, but it was cool to see some of the bench players come in, make contributions for the Cherry Pickers. Shout out Luke Miller, 3 fouls, 3 minutes. I think that's a stat line only I've been able to reach. But overall, it was a fun day. Lots of people out here. Good food, good music, and good ball.
But again, Devon, you played an amazing game. I know you're pretty humble, but you dominated 30 and 20, which is pretty unreal. So 22, yeah.
Crazy.
But we'll let you go into your takeaways. Well, I do have a question. Were you nervous with all the people here?
I'm always nervous.
Really?
Believe it or not, yeah. I always have a little bit of butterflies for some reason. Even like at Catholic, it was weird. I had butterflies going into that game.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
I would have thought you'd said no.
No, it's interesting. Even like with coaching, I always have some sort of nerves. I don't understand why, but it's once you get going though.
Yeah.
You've been there before, and it's routine at that point, so you get over that. But yeah, I always have a little bit of nerves. It was actually pretty cool. We talked a little bit about me being at my local park near my house and seeing some kids that were at the game. Calling my name and stuff like that after the championship game. So it's cool. Something you might not realize, but people in my community enjoyed watching the games and enjoyed meeting some of the players. They enjoyed John's dunks, that kind of stuff. So that's also a cool thing that you guys are doing. But yeah, we talked about availability, and it was unfortunate Luke and Danny weren't there. I think it would have been a different game, but you talked about John's defense on guards. I thought he did a great job on Ross. It was tough for Ross, man. He shot it rough. John was in his shorts all game, and I thought we did a good job. I was able to. This is no disrespect to Mark. I was able to guard Mark all game, so I was able to help off of Mark and kind of shadow Ross and almost double team at points. Yeah. Which was a benefit to us. If Danny were there, I would have had to guard him, and I wouldn't have been able to help on the rough stuff. So, but yeah, I thought it was a team effort. I thought our guys played really well. It was great, man. It was fun afterwards, celebrating, and playing in front of some fans, and even like Coach Clavis and his family were there, which was cool to see. So
awesome.
yeah, it was a good environment, man. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to coming back next year.
Does anybody know a final count on how many people were there? I think Bubba maybe said 110. Could be wrong, but that was awesome. We also had a lot of people on the stream, thanks to y'all.
Yeah, we had the most stream counts, I think.
Yeah.
I saw an Instagram story. Someone said, I don't know why I'm watching a rec game from Pennsylvania, but the stream's going off right now.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think it was a great game. I think those were probably two of the best. I would say throughout the year, the Cherry Pickers were probably the best team, but the A-Balls were also right up there. So I think we saw two of the best teams. Got a great crowd. I was even nervous a little bit. So I got
On the sidelines.
Yeah, I got the shower sweats coming out when I was running a little late. So, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome environment and great game. All right, so we lost Devon, but we're going to keep chugging along. Toby, head into the people's favorite Prime's Prime Takeaways. Let's go.
Sorry, I got a glob of Prime stuck in my throat.
I still got a big glop of Prime in my throat, and I don't want anybody to make anything out of that.
Anyways, the newborns have been baptized. We said it plenty of times before, but congratulations to the Cherry Pickers. Got to give one more final hat tip to them. Shout out to Mike Myers, who had a perfect bracket in the bracket challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to him. Kind of hilarious though that he did pick the 8 balls to lose, but I guess he just wanted his balls to be picked. And finally, with the basketball being over, the Besker American League isn't over yet. We got wiffle ball starting in the fall, and you do not want to miss all that. So Johnny, wiffle ball, when's that starting?
We're looking for an end of September start date. Still trying to figure out a location, just because I want to make sure it's a perfect spot. As you hear my dogs bark in the background, maybe it'll be here on our property, or maybe it'll be a different location. Sorry.
Intermission.
Yeah. Hopefully we can run it the way we've been running our other leagues. Really excited. Sign up if you're interested. We're going to send that out in the next couple of weeks here. But yeah, really pumped for that. Liam,
You know what? Forget about the softball, wiffle ball, whatever it is league. The only thing on my mind is running it back in the BFAL. We took a rough loss in the championship by the Pink Panthers. They made some additions halfway through the year that was not discussed with any of the other captains, nor were they picked up in the draft. And they were two collegiate level football players. One of them is the starting quarterback at Millersville who set I don't know how many records. So that kind of I still got a chip on my shoulder over that. But I'm looking forward to running that back. I think the Bullies will easily be the best team in that league.
Hey, another amazing year. Credit to the two to my right. I think they helped tremendously and brought a lot of energy, and I could go on with adjectives, but there's not enough words in the dictionary for that. So can't thank them enough. Can't thank you guys enough for always showing up every week, supporting, creating burners, liking our Instagram posts, watching the live, watching this. Literally everything you can do to support, we cannot thank you enough. We are not done. We're going to continue to grow. My hope is by the end of January we hit 50K followers on Instagram. I really hope, but I don't hope, I know we're going to continue to grow, because the BBL fandom, the BAL fandom is the best in the world. And thank you all you guys. You guys are the best. Liam, what else would you have to say to cap off the year?
Get ready for some more highlights. Any sport it may be. The BAL is filled with athletes, people who can do anything. And like I said, for the BFAL, just watch out. Please, don't get in my way.
Might see me on the wiffle ball field. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What could be better than that? /reporter/player.
Oh, I'm bumping my stats up. Best believe.
Yeah. But again, I'm going to try and go down the list. Toby Prime, the best reporter in the BBAL. Grant Hall, the best media guy in the BBAL. Clips Capture, the best videographer in the BBAL. Tier Vision, best photographer in the BBAL. Nico, Nathan, you guys are tied as well. You guys do an amazing job. Kegels, you guys got a chip. You have a ring. That should be hanging up in Kegels right now. I'll let you do that if you want to. Pancake Farm, you guys sponsor these videos. Thanks to you guys. Emerald, everything. Literally everything. We're wearing your shirts. Maryland Burger, you guys do an exceptional job helping us out. And Trout CPA. Stubbies. Gosh, I always...
Best food.
How can you
in
forget
Lancaster?
Stubbies?
I can't
Best
believe
food in Lancaster.
Yes. First off, right there, sitting to my left, you guys put your subs and pizzas. I think you guys may have the best subs I've ever had in my life. Your subs are incredible.
Their cheeseburger twister is unmatched.
They got great garlic parm wings too. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
But again, we could go on and on with the thanks. Couldn't name enough. Lily Besker, best scoreboard keeper in the BBAL. Love you. Allison Keck, the best stat keeper in the BBAL. I love you. Mom, best just all around helper in the BBAL. Love you. And Dad, you're the best. Jebby, Liam, my brothers, amazing job.
Yeah.
Could go down the line, but should we cut it here? Should we cut off
You
the
know-
final Besker Basketball American League scoreboard report?
You know, I don't think that people realize the rigmarole Johnny goes through just to set this league up. So, give him one final thanks. Put it in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe, share the video. Do your part.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Another 2 months.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna play.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, bro.
Bro, you should.
Sometimes a girl will come and go. You reach for love, but life won't let you know that in the end you'll still be loving her. But then she's gone.